Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests from Bahrain and all around the world who are joining us virtually today. A warm welcome to all of you to the 52nd meeting of Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters Club. Before I start the meeting, I request all of you to please turn off your mobile phones or keep them on a silent mode. Our club mission is to provide supportive and learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, further ado, I hand over a control to our president to call meeting in order. Please welcome our club president, TM Santosh Ibrahim, with huge round of applause.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Wasim, our Surgeon at Arms. A man always available, man always present, and man always at the call of your voice all the time. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Wasim. And hereby call on meeting number 52 of the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club is called to order. Dear fellow members and dear guests, it's a wonderful opportunity to come along again on a Monday evening as IT professionals from all over the world, not just from Bahrain. And let me start off first. Are there any official apologies today from any, can the BP membership, acting membership or BP education confirm? Are there any official apologies?
Mr. President, so far we don't have any official apologies, and new Toastmaster Riaz will joining us, as he said, 7:30.
Okay, fine. We're already on time. I think you should be joining fast. Can we have the introduction of the guest? Thank you so much, Mr. BPPR. Can we have the introduction of the guest? Officially, we have somebody from Egypt here. He was just introducing himself unofficially. Toastmaster Zaki from Egypt. Welcome to the Toastmaster. You can briefly introduce yourself, please.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm Galal Zaki from Egypt. I'm a professor of practice in integrated marketing communications. I'm 17 years old, 77, but my brain has stopped at 17. And I was very famous over 36 years ago as Mr. Spicy in the chicken tikka chain all over the Arab world. And I won a lot of ads in advertising. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much. We are privileged to have you here today. We are a spicy bit of people here. Thank you so much. And in fact, we have somebody here, I don't know the name, Bethlehem Wakne. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Bethlehem Wakne. I am from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. It's my first time attending your meeting, but I am the member of Addis Ababa Toastmasters Club. Here in Addis, I have been 3 years attending the meeting. I hope I will enjoy your section as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was a privilege to have you all the way from Addis Ababa, Bethlehem. Thank you and welcome to the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club. Thank you. Let's welcome them with a big round of applause. We have somebody called AR. I don't know whether he is our member yet or is it a short form? Can you introduce yourself?
I am Mohammed Rizk. What happened? You forget?
Mohammed Rizk. Okay. You shorten your names. We wouldn't know whether you're a guest
I'm
or...
looking at the guest, actually. My laptop is not working.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Okay, Tafiq, this is the last time you can introduce yourself as a guest. So please go ahead and introduce yourself. You are now going to be inducted as a family member. You may please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tafiq. I've been regularly attending sessions of BITP, and in fact, I was also Toastmaster of the Day for the contest. I've been invited by Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin, who happens to be a very close friend of mine. And President Santosh, you have encouraged me last time when we had a session for the evaluation contest, and it's a pleasure being here, joining the family.
Thank you so much, and it's a privilege to have you as part of our family, Tafiq. Great. Can we have the introduction from Mohamed Anizul Rahman, please? Aniz, you may have to unmute yourself.
Apologies. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for having me. My name is Anisur Rahman, and this is my first time joining your Toastmaster Club. I'm basically from Bahrain. I'm residing in Bahrain, and I'm working for Almoid Computers. And I look forward to get more information and encouragement to enhance my communication skills and on the way forward.
Welcome. You're going to be a member of our great family today. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Mr. Santosh. Thanks for having me.
And we have Alia Atia. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, hello everyone. I too come from the land of the pyramids and pharaohs, along with Mr. Gilal Zaki from Cairo Toastmasters Club as well. I was the former, or will be the former VP Education of Cairo Toastmasters by the end of this month. It's great seeing you all. I'll be present as much as possible throughout the meeting. Looking forward.
Thank you so much, Alia, for joining us. We've got two people from Cairo all the way. Okay, give a round of applause to the wonderful lady who's there. And do we have Riaz Ahmed with us yet? Our third member who's going to be inducted today. Is he in? All right, so we don't have him yet. We have Ahmed Jamil. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and honorable guests. My name is Ahmed Jamil, and I am from your neighboring country, Saudi Arabia. I'm a member of few Toastmasters clubs here in District 79. Thank you very much, and back to you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's a great privilege to have somebody from Saudi Arabia too. So we cover the region right now. And fellow Toastmasters, dear guests and distinguished guests, let me start off this meeting by telling you a story. There was two young men. The names were Ahmed and Mohamed. Now, I'm not talking about any Ahmeds and Mohammeds in our club. I know our clubs are full of Ahmeds and Mohammeds. But this is two young Ahmeds and Mohammeds, maybe teenagers, maybe very young people in the age of 19, 20. But then, something about Ahmed was that Ahmed was a very thin person, frail, tall, not so strong. But we had Mohamed who was stout, he was fat, and he was strong. So we had these two friends, Ahmed and Mohamed. Both of them were very close friends. They studied together, they played together, they hang out together, and they loved each other so much. And they used to be called as Laurel and Hardy because one was fat and one was thin. You know what? These two were living in a village. They're not from a country like ours. They're not from the Gulf. A village in India. But then these two people, one day they decided to venture into their nearby fields. They went across into the fields where no man was residing, and they went into the fields. And unfortunately, accidentally, the fat guy Mohamed tipped off and he fell into a unguarded well. And he was almost drowning. And Ahmed, the frail, thin guy, he was so afraid, saying that I'm going to lose my friend. He looked all over and he saw nobody that he could call out for help. He checked out and he shouted, is there anybody to help? Nobody was there to help. And he had to save his friend. His friend was going to drown. So he looked everywhere across. He shouted and he searched around. He could not find any place, anything to help. And then he saw a piece of rope. He quickly took the rope and threw the rope into the well. And one end of the rope, Mohamed caught the one end of the rope. The other end of the rope, Ahmed caught. But Ahmed was very frail. He was thin. He could not hold on. He tried to see whether he can tie the other end of the rope to some tree or some strong objects, but there's nothing available. So he held his legs onto a large stone and then he pulled with all his might. But then that is the time probably Ahmed thought that I should be eating more because he was so weak. And he tried to pull and pull and pull and pull. And he pulled him out with all his dear strength, And he pulled him, but he was almost fainting. But he said, I cannot let my dear friend Mohamed faint and die and drown right in front of me. He did everything possible. And miraculously, he pulled Mohamed out of that well and saved Mohamed that day. This is a miracle for all of them. When they went back to their village and they told about the story of how Ahmed saved Mohamed, they could not believe. And they said, you are just making up stories. It's not possible. How can a frail person like this pull up a tall, fat person, strong person like Mohammed. It's absolutely impossible. You guys are just you young people are just trying to make fun of us. But then they said, this is what happened. I saved Mohammed. I saved Mohammed, and this is the fact. And in fact, when they were saying like this, and people did not know what to do. At this point of time, an elderly person stood up. An elderly person stood up and he said, yes, what they're saying is correct. I know it is not a lie. What they're saying is correct. And everybody was saying, how is it possible for Ahmad, this frail guy, to even pull up a guy so strong like Mohammed? And the man said, you know what? And this is what, brothers and sisters, my dear friends, you need to listen to us now. He said that to a distance, there was nobody who could tell him that he cannot do it. And to a distance, there was nobody who said it is impossible. And from a distance, there was nobody to say that you cannot do it. So he knew for sure that there was nobody who was available for him to save Mohammed except for him. So he decided that he will try to save Mohammed with all his life. And so what happened is that his brain communicated to the body that the man is determined, so we need to go with him. So what happened is that his willpower was stronger than his strength. So a kind of serotonin, or a kind of chemical got introduced, that the supernatural power came across and he pulled him up. That's what happens when you change your mindset. How many of you have said this? I don't know. Maybe you have heard people saying, or you have said this, that I cannot do it. No, this is impossible. This is very difficult. I just cannot do this part of it. Oh, this is not absolutely impossible for me. Whenever you feel like saying that, understand one thing. There is nothing called impossible. There is absolutely nothing called impossible. You and I can do anything and everything that we can ever imagine. And there is no limit to our imagination. So there is nothing called impossible. In fact, the word impossible should be read as I am possible. Yes, that is the way you need to read it. The word impossible has to be read as I am possible, because see, what you need is that you need to change your mindset and your approach, because when one door gets closed, 10 doors gets opened. When one way gets closed, 10 ways get open. It is just that you have to change your mindset and to plan accordingly. Before joining Toastmasters, for many of us, speaking in public was a word called impossible. At least for me, I knew. Speaking in public was absolutely impossible for me. But the moment I and you decided to join Toastmasters, we were determined to make the impossible possible. And with the supportive, mutually supportive learning environment that we had in Toastmasters, we all of us not just had the confidence to stand up and speak, but overall that we have become great presenters, not just in our company, but in our personal spaces too. That is the power of Toastmasters. And in fact, what we did is that we changed our mindset, to shifted our mindset rather from impossible to I am possible. This wonderful organization called the Toastmasters International was formed by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley in the year 1924 in Santa Ana, California. And this club today has about 16,600 clubs all over the world, about spread across 143 countries. It's making a difference in the lives of people. And this club, the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club, is a gem in the hands of the Toastmasters International, specialized in building up and creating wonderfully expressive, communicative leaders in the IT sphere, in the IT field. They're not just building communicators and leaders in the IT industry, but they are changing the IT professionals' mindset from impossible to I am possible. Welcome again to the 52nd meeting of the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club. Now to move forward, before I start the meeting, I've got a wonderful function to perform here. And this function is something which we all like, because how elated are we in calling up 3 people into our own fold who are guests, but now they're going to be our own family members. Beauty of a club and the health of a club and the joy of the club and the strength and enthusiasm of the club gets building up and building up and building up when you have new blood coming into it. Because the other day, the same way I told you the other time, What is Toastmasters? We are all coming with unique experiences, unique wisdom, and we are sharing in a platform. And this is an university wherein you get information shared without paying a great price, because all of us are supportive here to learn from each other. So the more members we have with different spheres and different ways of life, we are learning more things. Every meeting when you come in, you're hearing from people who are sharing their experiences from different walks of life. So today we have 3 wonderful members who are joining our club, and we are inducting them. We are putting in a physical meeting like this, we'll be putting a pin on them saying that now on, you are Toastmaster and you're part of this family. And today we're going to do that. Even with limitations on the online platform, we're still managing it well. And for conducting this wonderful ceremony, we have with us a man with a mesmerizing smile. A man with a mesmerizing smile. I call him the man with the mesmerizing because every time he smiles, the whole room is lit up. He's our ex-VP membership, a man who is currently the CEO, the ex-IT manager of the BNH group, and our ex-VP membership, who will now be taking on the role of the VP membership since Toastmaster Gangadhar is not around today. So please welcome our induction officer, Toastmaster Mahmoud Al-Adraj, with a big round of applause. Man with the mesmerizing smile, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for letting me induct the new members after a long time. Fellow Toastmasters, it's now our duty and privilege to conduct new members to the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club. Okay, this is an important occasion both for the new members and for our club. These new members have come to our club seeking to improve their communication and leadership skills. And we have an opportunity to help them learn, grow, and achieve their goals. Mr. Anis Al-Rahman and Mr. Riaz Ahmed and Mr. Tawfiq, it will be great if you can open your camera. I see Mr. Tawfiq and I can see, yeah, now I can see Riaz as well. Okay, great. You are becoming a member of a worldwide organization that has helped more than 4 million people learn to communicate more effectively. Membership in this club and in Toastmasters International is a privilege that carries with it many rewards. Yet it also places certain obligations upon you. We are a group of people brought together to do things we couldn't accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members. This means you must work diligently toward your own self-development, evaluate others' speeches in a spirit of support and sharing, assist the club in reaching its goals, remain positive, and keep a smile on your face. As members of Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development and become part of an outstanding group of Toastmasters who are dedicated to helping one another in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Mr. Vice President, Mr. Ahmed Al-Balushi, who has been assigned as mentor for these new members.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mahmoud. Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, good evening again. We have assigned Toastmaster Santosh to be the mentor for Riaz Ahmed, and Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin, he will be the mentor for Toastmaster Tawfiq and Toastmaster Anis, inshallah.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ahmed. Toastmaster Riaz and Anis and Tawfiq, as experienced, Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin and Toastmaster Santosh. As experienced Toastmasters, you have been asked to help these new members get off to a good start. Do you accept this responsibility and pledge to share your knowledge and experience with our new members so that they can immediately begin to benefit from their Toastmasters membership?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much. Dear mentors, kindly discuss their needs and goals with the club. Brief them about how the Toastmasters program works and inform them of the many benefits they will receive, as well as the obligations of membership. Thank you, mentors. Thank you very much. Now, Mr. Anis, Mr. Riaz, and Mr. Tawfiq. Membership in this Toastmaster club is a privilege, and the only way to gain the benefits of our program is to actively participate. We ask you, our new members, to dedicate yourselves to personal growth, to share this great gift with your fellow members, and to help keep this Toastmasters club strong and dynamic. Anis, Riaz, and Tawfiq, please open your mic and raise your right hand.
Anis, Tawfiq, and Riaz also is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I raise my hand. I confirm for this. I'll spend my time dedicatedly for this.
Great. Just open your mic and raise your hand, and I would like you to repeat after me.
Yeah.
Excellent. I, and say your name.
I, Anisur Rahman.
In the presence. Of my fellow members.
Of my fellow members.
Of the BITP club.
Of the BITP club.
Make this firm obligation.
Make this firm obligation.
To attend. Meetings regularly. To prepare. Fully. For each assignment. To apply myself.
To the
projects outlined. In the Toastmasters. Education club. Education program. To participate. Actively. In club activities. To evaluate others. In a positive. Constructive manner. To build an open. Friendly relationships. With my fellow members. And to bring. Other new members. Into the club. So that they can also gain. The benefits of the Toastmasters. Thank you very much. Would all the members of BITP Toastmasters Club please raise your hand and repeat your club's pledge to our new members? It will be great if you all open your mics and we don't hear anybody. We hear everybody at the same time. We the members of Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters Club.
Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters Club.
Pledge. To support you. In your quest. For self-development. To provide you. With positive.
with
positive,
helpful evaluations,
helpful evaluation,
to maintain
maintain
a friendly,
friendly,
supportive atmosphere,
atmosphere,
to give you
to give you
opportunities
opportunities
to help others,
to help others,
and to make
and to make
your membership
membership
in BITP club
in BITP
ITP club
a rewarding
rewarding
and fulfilling experience.
and fulfilling experience.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now I would like to hand over to the president. Thank you, everyone. I would like as well, before handing over to the president, to give each of our members around 30 seconds to say a few words about their intention to join the club. Quickly, for the people who didn't attend at the beginning. Mr. Anis Rahman.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohamed, and thank you, Toastmaster comrades. My name is Anisur Rahman. Basically, I come from a IT background, and definitely because that's the reason of joining it. My main intention would be to develop myself effectively in public speaking skills, and also look forward for dynamic leadership skills, which I'm sure would, with this club, I'll be getting more knowledge, more experience throughout. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Anis. Mr. Riyaz.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm very transparent, in joining the Toastmaster Club. I was inspired by Mr. Khalid Zalal. He was in our office maybe a year ago. I saw two, three Toastmasters, and I have my colleague Mohammed Rizq, who's again a Toastmaster. I see him, I see him more professional, maintaining the times. That was the reason, I see the people from Toastmaster, they're very professional in managing the time as well as the work. So I thought of, joining the club and see how I can improve myself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mr. Khalid Jalal is inspiring everyone. Thank you. Mr. Tawfiq.
Distinguished guests and fellow Toastmasters, good evening to one and all. It's a pleasure being here. My name is Tawfiq Abdul Qadir. I work in AirTech, and I'm still a member of Leaders Worldwide in District 57. And I was invited by Toastmaster Viqaruddin to say why you are in District 57 and why can't you be local when you are in Bahrain. So that's the reason I joined BITP. I did join earlier as a guest, as well as did Toastmaster of the Day for the evaluation contest. So it was a pleasure being a member of the family. Thank you for the warm welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Toastmaster Mohammed Al-Adraj. A big round of applause to the induction officer and to the three newly inducted members. Welcome to the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club. And you can be rest assured that we are there to support you in everything. Thank you. To move ahead. Now, let me introduce the captain to take care of the rest of the meeting. And the captain is a person who has seldom worn the captain's cap. We have been insisting him to wear the captain's cap. He's a man who's tall, handsome, with a sharp look. Somebody who is an IT professional with the Bahrain National Holdings Group and our ex-Surgeon-at-Arms. Please welcome the captain who will be holding on the baton for the day and the control of the day, Toastmaster Amit Singh, with a big round of applause. Amit, the virtual floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello?
You are.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yes, you are very much.
Visible
yes,
as well, right?
Your visibility is always there. You're
yes.
taller than anybody.
All is good.
What is cut? I didn't get.
All is set.
All is, oh, that's great. Thank you very much. I just wanted to make sure I'm audible enough and I'm looking good so that I can take this platform to show something big. Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and Toastmasters and distinguished guests. As a Toastmaster of the day, it is my responsibility to introduce today's speaker. Then I will ask timer reports, introduction of general evaluator and all role players. I will be conducting the educational session and will return control to the meeting to the president. Now, during this Toastmasters of the day, Toastmaster of the day, actually, this is my first time, so I will try my level best. So let's begin. Today's meeting agenda is, meeting theme is I am possible. And the word of the day is mindset. How cohesive these two words are, mindset and impossible, or I am possible. On a lighter note, I'm sure those people must have been having negative mindset, which forced them to bring I and am together with the word possible and mean it differently. If you read these three letters as word, then impossible will become a sentence, which has enormous possibility. When you say I, it should reflect the self-confidence. When you say am, it represents your firmness. And possible is gate of possibilities. So this is, in my opinion, I am possible, or the meaning of impossible. You have potential, even if it is hidden. You have talent, even if you are afraid to use it. Excuse me for that. Sorry for the pause. I have got one little guest in my room, so sorry for that. You have potential, even if it is hidden. You have talent, even if you are afraid to use it. Your dreams just might change the world if you only believe in the truth. I am possible. I am possible, basically a journey where we find inspiration in frustration. While growing up, often our life was defined by the words, I can't do. Lack of self-confidence is the reason behind all this phenomenon. Ups and downs, happiness and misery. These are parts of everyone's life. But the one who sees the world impossible by dissecting them, then you will be able to reprogram your mindset with the single sentence as I am possible. With that positive mindset, let's begin our session. Our meeting today is having two parts of educational session. One is prepare a speech and another one is table topic. Today, I am armed with who is going to help me in my educational session. I am armed with a timer, an counter, a grammarian, and a general evaluator. I request our timer, an IT consultant at iWorld Connect, Toastmaster Ahmad Rizk, to tell us about the responsibility assigned to him.
Great, Mr. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening. As a timer, I will time the table topics speaks formal speeches and evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of time they have left using the green card and yellow and yellow and red. For table topic speaks, it will be limited to 2 minutes. First minute, I will raise the green cards. First minute 30 seconds, I will raise yellow card, and 2 minutes, I will raise the red cards. Those who given speech for limits remarks their speech times. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minute length. 4 minutes, I will raise green card. 5 minutes, I will raise yellow card, and 6 minutes, I will raise the red card. Most of other speeches 5 to 7 minute length is length. 5 minutes, it will be I will raise the green card. 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card, and 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. Individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes, I will raise the green card, and 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you, Toastmasters. Back to you.
Toastmaster Ahmed. Thank you for the giving us the brief of your responsibility. Now, I would like to request our counter, Toastmaster Yunus Abdullah, who is working as a deputy manager at KPMG. Please tell us about the responsibility that you are going to take today.
Thank you, TMOD Amit. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. As a counter, it is my responsibility to listen for the overused word include and, will, but, so, and you know. Also, my responsibility is to listen for the filler sound include a, and other sounds also. At the end of my meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expression. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Amit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yunus. Now moving to my next support, our grammarian. Our grammarian is a passionate cybersecurity professional heading information security at Ahli United Bank, proud father of a daughter, and she is studying medicine. He likes reading books and traveling. So Toastmaster Sakil Sheikh, can you tell us about your responsibility today?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is mindset, which means a mental attitude or inclination, or it can also be defined as a person's way of thinking and their opinions. An example of using the word is, it is impossible is a mindset, and it can be possible is also a mindset. What you choose is what you get in your life. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Can I show the slide or no need?
It's all right, no need. Thank you, Mr. Shakil. Now finally, moving to my chief support. I can call it chief support because he's going to be our general evaluator today. An IT principal at R Capita Investment Management, adventurous and travel enthusiast. I can say only these words, but he is a lot more than this. Toastmaster Ahmed Al-Said, kindly let us know your responsibility today.
Thank you. Greetings, Mr. Amit, Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, the purpose of the General Evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place through the meeting. During the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happens and doesn't happen. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. At the end of the meeting, I will give my report. Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmed.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed Al-Said. Now it's time to begin our first part of educational session, which is prepared speech. Before we really hear our only speaker today, I would request Chief Information Security Officer at Abdul Rahman Kanu International School, Toastmaster Mohamed Niroz, who is going to evaluate the speech to tell us the evaluation criteria of the speech. Toastmaster Mohamed Niroz.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. My speaker today, TM Viqaruddin, is attending his level 5 speech, Path Dynamic Leadership Project, Leading in Your Volunteer Organization. Title, Be Ready for Change. The purpose of this project is to apply the skills needed to successfully lead a volunteer organization and share the experiences of serving the club as a leader. In order to accomplish this project, there are 3 criteria. Criteria number 1, the member should have served in a leadership role in a volunteer organization for a minimum of 6 months. TM Viqaruddin has been serving the BITP Toastmasters Club as a VPPR for more than 6 months. Criteria number 2, the member should have received feedback on his leadership skills from volunteer members of the club in the form of a 360-degree evaluation. I have already checked with him and I have seen the reports. The evaluation forms have been already submitted from his side. Criteria 3, the member should have developed a succession plan to aid the transition of his leadership role. The succession plan has been prepared and also he has been serving the new members as a mentor during the current year. I wish good luck to TM Viqaruddin for his wonderful speech, which is going to be there. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohamed Niroz. That was a quite clear criteria that you have just iterated. Now it's time to ask our speaker to come in. Now, with a desire to become a communicator and leader, he has joined our club in Jan 2020, I believe. Being a new member, he took all the tiny steps to reach the executive committee of the club. He is serving as VP Public Relation and Area Council Assistant Club Growth Director, Division C, Area 3, District 20. He joined Leader Worldwide Toastmaster to serve as VP PR and forthcoming VP Education in 2021-2022 session. He always comes with a positive mindset and a bright smile on his face and take part in activities with his best of ability. He truly represents today's meeting theme, I am possible. Today he is going to attempt, as Evaluator Toastmaster Mohamed Niroz has said, he is going to attempt level 5. Path is dynamic leadership and speech title is Be Ready for the Change. Toastmaster Mr. Viqaruddin, floor is yours.
if you don't fall sometimes, you are not being ambition enough. Quote by Sundar Pichai, Google CEO. I am a normal Toastmaster member to join the Toastmasters Club. I was not able to speak for 2 minutes. And I was having ambition to become effective communicator and a leader. Our leadership at that time, the president was DTM Khalid Jalal, and the ExCom member, Toastmaster Santosh Abraham, Toastmaster Ahmed Al-Balushi, Toastmaster Mahmoud Adal-Raj. They were there in that leadership. While a simple man, he doesn't know about leadership. And they assigned for me a leadership role in the executive committee, vice president, public relations. By taking that responsibility, it's not so easy task. But I was having ambition to make this a successful term, which believe or trust me by the leadership under the current president, Toastmaster Santosh Abraham. He always supports me whenever required. And the main thing, if you want to be a successful, you need a leadership group where people are encouraging you. Whenever you need to be improved by yourself. I will give an example. While I prepare as a vice president public relation, make a ExCom flyer for the first time, I got lots of comments from our ITP DTM Khalid Jalal, who is very critical to see the leaders, because we are representing to the outside the club. So you have to follow some branding culture, because he is having the previous background to see, look how nice the flyers making by the other vice presidents or in the Toastmaster community. So what I'm trying to say, this is they make us constructive feedback to improve myself in my leadership. Once I receive their feedback, I apply myself and join the club officer training. From there, from the district we got in a leadership, they will teach you from start to the end, how you need to be, make sure you have to make your branding as per Toastmaster International, which I am following. Apart from this one, while I join, there is a challenges of whole over the world. They reach in the pandemic situation. Some of the meetings at that time was not held due to there is a no clear direction how we can way forward to be a conduct our meetings. As I remember from our IPP DTM Khalid Jalal, he was very close to the districts and all leaders, and he give the direction. By that time, when we started, and mostly we have only few members joining to the meeting. So I take an opportunity why I cannot use that online facility to make our members to enjoy, not even from our meetings as well as from the outside world. So I make flyer, make a small strategy to bring more guests to our organization, which is Toastmasters. Mostly we are public speakers. We will want to see the public and make our message to be delivered and get more. Apart from this one, I brought too many times our members was not attending the meetings, but the guest was coming and our meeting is flow on. The most important, what I am trying to say, as a member, you need to be make touch with leadership, so you will develop your leadership skills. I have an example of recently we have an EXCOM meeting and they want to conduct a 50th meeting to be a grand success. I have taken the opportunity, I encourage or inform to the EXCOM, we'll have this meeting, we'll make success. And it was a very huge success with the help of my executive committee plus the club members. Those who support me and help me on this one to make this success. About my succession plan, to bring one of my friend who is also a vice president elect in Leaders Worldwide, and me, Toastmaster Tawfiq, was a member of Leaders Worldwide under VPPR team. There we learn a lot. Even you can see Toastmaster Tawfiq, his flyer all over the world. And we inspired from there and lot of work the club, and it is appreciating, and now he become a vice president. So summation of my speech is, you have to come up with your desire to become effective communicator and a leader. Here we have a supportive environment from our leadership as well as the club. And most important, here we have a friendly environment. If you have done something wrong, they will help you and they will teach you how you can make yourself as an effective communicator. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viqaruddin. It was a nice attempt, but we'll wait to hear the evaluation. Now, as we have only one speech today, may I ask our timer to give us the timing so that we can assess if the speech qualifies on timing ground? Timer?
Yeah. Hi. Actually, he spent 7 minutes and 50 seconds, so it's exceeding his limitation. It's 5 to 7 minutes only is required from him.
Okay, thank you, timer. I hope, Mr. President, it will be qualify for the timing round, on the timing round, right?
I will exceed the timing, but I will leave that to his evaluator to decide.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Ahmed, Toastmaster Ahmed Rizq. Now, it's time to move to a later part of our educational session, which is filled with fun and creativity. Yes, fellow Toastmasters, it's time for table topic session. And to conduct the session, I have Toastmaster Fathima Farzana, a consultant at Quality Education for Excellence Consultancy. She is one of the gems of our club. Her preparedness and thorough approach is the quality that every IT personnel should have. And this is my opinion. Without wasting much time, I would like to invite Toastmaster Fathima Farzana to take us to the fun-filled education world. I wish all the participants good luck. Table topic master, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, for that wonderful introduction. I would like to share my screen. Can you allow me to share my screen?
Sure, please go ahead.
Master of Ceremony, it says host disabled participant screen sharing.
No, now you can do it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viqaruddin. Thank you. Yes, we can see this.
You have to switch on your videos. Table topic is spontaneous speaking. We come to Toastmasters to be public speakers. It is an opportunity to practice both speaking and listening, and it's purely a learning process. The only person you compete within Toastmasters is yourself. So why not be a winner in your own life? Let's see the power of table topics. I have prepared a diagram to describe this session with 5 W's and 1 H framework. Why you need table topic? To practice impromptu speaking. What is table topic? It is a mini speech with opening, body, and conclusion. How to do table topics? Use any of these. Opinion, point, counterpoint, past, present, storytelling, weaves, and be creative. Which skill will improve by table topics? It will improve focus, listening, thinking, and speaking. Where will it be useful? To use in daily lives, business and social meetings, job interviews, etc. When to stop? Minimum 1 minute and not more than 2 minutes. Today's questions would propel you to interpret. You need to interpret the veracity of these portraits. Any volunteers welcome, or I will pick randomly from the crowd. Any volunteers?
Madam Table Topic Master, I can give it a try.
Yes, DTM Khalid Jalal, this is for you. Here you go.
Madam Table Topic Master,
Sorry to interrupt you, DTM Khalid Jalal. Once the table topic is started, you stop the sharing so everybody can see the full screen for the speaker.
Stop sharing?
Yeah, stop share, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, our guest in this meeting, and all the new joinees today. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to be commentator on the picture shown today. If you look at the picture, it has 2 parts. It shows a time difference, 1996, if I still remember what it says over there, because our friend Viqaruddin asked to remove the picture so I can check my memory, and 2019. 2 different gap of 10 years, I hope, 20 years, 10 years. You can guess. What has changed in this world? what has changed in terms of a person's view. If you look at that time, people were, or a bit before even that, people used to dress completely. Then there was a time people were dressing half. But in 90s, people are only dressing shorts because they're enjoying their life in beaches. So that was the time when people used to enjoy beaches. And you can see from the picture, maximum images which they can carry with them was only in the shorts which they were wearing, because it's only visible during that period of time when they are enjoying their life in beaches and having sunbath. But time is never the same. Time has changed. People's mentality have changed. They started putting the same image on the entire body, head to toe. And guess what? They start wearing simple dresses. No images, no flowers, no trees on the shorts or t-shirts. But if you look at the body, it used to be on the arms or some specific part of the body which can be hidden from the dress. But nowadays you can see from the forehead to the neck to the leg, everywhere you see tattoos. Time has changed, people's mentality have changed. So don't change yourself for something which is not creative. Go with something always creative. That's the message the picture was showing to us. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, DTM Khalid. What a wonderful speech and the message. As always, it was wonderful, awesome. Okay, let's move on to the next portrait.
Topic master, our guest Alia wanted to attempt. She had raised up her hand, so you can give the opportunity to her.
Okay, Mr. President. So this is for our guest, Alia. This is for you. TM Alia.
The irony in this picture is real. Across the time, we can see that the thinner our TVs get, the fatter our bodies become. And this is pretty interesting because nowadays, with the presence of Corona and the pandemic and everything, we were all kind of in one way or another obliged to stay at home in front of our TVs. It actually partially reflects our reality. Sitting has become a habit throughout our days. We get up, get out of bed to go and sit for breakfast. We then stand up and then finish whatever we wanted to do with a few steps on our feet and then go back to sitting at our desks to attend our work meetings or to finish whatever we want to finish. And then for entertainment, we stand back up again on our feet, walk a few steps, and then sit back right down on the couch to watch whatever program we're watching on TV. This mindset of sitting, if we may call it, has disrupted our health in ways that made transformations to our bodies when technology actually transformed itself throughout along with us as well. And this, as it may seem, even though this act of sitting is full of accomplishments behind the scenes where we get work done, we get entertainment done, we get lots of things done while we're sitting, but then we don't realize that this, in fact, is a whole journey of mental and physical health destruction. And when we reflect on babies, we see that actually our bodies were not formed for us to sit. They were formed for us to keep moving, which is the absolute opposite of what should happen and what we all see through this picture. So throughout time, if you find yourself lying down, sitting for way too long, always remind yourself that your mindset has the control of empowering you to do lots of things outside this couch, outside this bed, outside this chair that you're stuck to set yourself free. Back to your table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alia. What a wonderful speech it was. The truth revealed. Okay, let's move on to the next portrait.
Table topic master, once you have shown to the impromptu speaker, you just stop sharing because the video is not coming.
All right, okay.
I have one point here, Toastmaster Viqaruddin. It's actually it is easier to relate. Means it is all right. I believe so. Let the slide be on the screen and then represent. Participants should respond on this. Okay.
Any volunteers, or can I try with the newcomers? Toastmaster Tawfiq, can you give it a try? Yes. The next portrait is for you.
Okay, can I start?
Yes, you can.
Thank you, Madam Table Topic Master, Fathima Farzana, for that lovely opportunity. What we see on the pictures are birds, turtles, crabs. They have a similar set of pattern that they follow. When the birds fly, they fly in one direction to the other, and they enjoy and love what they do. Turtles, they make a nature that is loved by them and loved by the people around. Crabs have a similar creature to walk around and form a group and follow each other, lead one another, support each other. But as a human, what we try to do is we have a face in front and we act differently back home. Like we deliver to put a certain strategy that we are going to implement, but we actually physically don't follow it. Like what we see in the picture is like we say that we have to care about environment. We celebrate the Environment Day, World Environment Day, but when it comes to the beaches, we just dump what we want to dump. We don't go really to the dustbin and dump where it's supposed to be dusted out, but we'd rather just throw it away and affect the environment, affect the health, affect the nature itself by God creature. What we have got a nature, we need to simplify it, we need to beautify it, and we need to keep things very simple and keep it very generous and pray that we get out of what we are in. And the pandemic is an example. If we just follow a simple protocol of keeping our hands, face, what we say, men, it will make it very easy for everybody. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tawfiq. You explained the veracity of these portraits. Let's move on to the next participant. Can Anisur Rahman can try the next portrait? Are you okay? TM Anisur Rahman?
Sure. Thank you, Table Topic Master Fathima Farzana. From this prompt, it clearly states as with the time, how the mindsets have changed. What exactly we see here is previous years when parents used to be very busy with their own course, they could sense the kids playing outside. They could see the kids developing their day-to-day activities outside the house, playing multiple sports, multiple activities, outdoor activities, and then taking the extra effort of pulling the kids back home. Now, as the time has changed, during the course of time, technology has innovated itself so much. Now every luxury, everything is available right at the doorstep. Saying so, the kids are also now adopting to the technology. With this whole environment changing from physical to digital, kids see that sticking to the environment of their education, be it with TV, be it with the modern technology of, like socializing or your phones, gaming, everything has moved to in-house. With the current situation, definitely it becomes quite dangerous for them. Why? Their entire mindset would be to stick on to inside the house and have their mind focused on one particular area called screen time. Be it your PlayStation, be it your other activities related to mobile, or even your day-to-day binge programs, what they refer to. The mindset is to make sure the body gets enough energy and air and space so that they develop itself into strong individuals. With the entire focus in this screen clearly states that parents are now trying to push their kids out to make sure they develop more responsible individuals. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anis. It was a wonderful speech. Yes. Let's move on to the next participant. Any volunteers? Can Riaz Ahmed try the next portrait?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see the image of son and dad. It's look some sort of funny image, but this is a reality. It's a very reality what is happening now. So in earlier stages, it becomes when you see the old people with bald headed, we used to make a comment like we are getting glare. In childhood days, we used to call us a playground. To be very honest, now what happened is that it's like upside down. The ball is in the ball head becomes you can say semi ball head or you can say whatever the way the word you can use it. But the thing is that people going against you can say people they're going against the what do you call against the nature or against the actual things. So we have to know, as somebody was telling earlier. So we have to be like ourselves. No need to copy someone. This all maybe will work for the funny things, but in reality, in a real life, it is not going to help us. Especially if you're a professional life, this is all going to spoil your personality. So the moral of the image, maintain your professionalism and follow the way it has to be. Thank you, TTM Fatima Farzana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Riaz, for trying that portrait. Thank you so much. Yes, that's it for the day. I'm going to end the session. Thank you so much for all the participants. Back to you, Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Amit Singh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fathima Farzana, for this wonderful and fun-filled and creative table topic session. I actually wanted to answer, volunteer for this, but being a Toastmaster of the day, Master of Ceremony means I could not participate. But in front of the house, I just want to make one liner to slide number 2 and slide number 3. Slide number 2, where I see the TV and the fat human. With the positive mindset, what I can say is human is prospering and technology is getting smarter. So this is the one liner for that. And the third slide, human needs to be with all positive mindedness and with all seriousness. human needs to become artistic like bird, turtle, and crab. So that was wonderful session. You have carried out table topic master, Toastmaster Fathima Farzana. I congratulate you for that and wish you all the best. Now it's time for the business session, and without wasting much time, I will invite our president, Toastmaster Santosh Abraham, to the dais. Floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amit Singh, the Toastmaster of the day. And indeed, a wonderful session to a Toastmaster Fatima, a good table topic session. You colored the day. Thank you so much. I would allow to hear from even Toastmaster Zaki from, he's a well-spoken person. In fact, I would probably listen from you at the end of the meeting. You know, we have a lot of people, wonderful guests here today. As we go for the business session, I would like to just let you know that one good news that all of you know by this time that we already shared it in the group. Now, Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters is a President's Distinguished Club. All right, we got the President's Distinguished Club Award with how many marks? You need to have 9 marks to have President's Distinguished Club Award, but how much did we get? We get 10 out of 10. All right, all the 10. We show it out, 10 out of 10. So we are all there. We've stricken the second year. We have got 10. We are going to maintain that all through these years now. It's not about the points. It's about the quality that we bring to the desk and showcase wonderful meetings ahead. And as we go forward, I would like to tell you that this XCOM will have only 2 more meetings, this meeting and the next meeting. And after that, we're going to have the incoming committee coming in. Every committee has its own beauty, its own uniqueness. And we make sure that all the committees that come into Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club are indeed beautiful. So it was great serving you as the president of this club for the last 1 term. And I would have 1 more meeting. You know, you don't send off me right now, but thank you so much for all the support that you've given us. We have 1 more meeting for the XCOM, this XCOM to continue. And then we're going to give into the able hand of the next president, who is also wonderfully going to maneuver across to the next term. We will announce the XCOM. I don't have the right to announce because the election commissioner has not released the entire set of names yet. So we will decide within today and tomorrow, and we'll be announcing it to the next meeting. And from July 1st onwards, we will have the new committee taking over. Now, with that, I would like to say that we always wanted to have a speechcraft or a YLP, Youth Leadership Program, to be held. And for a young club like ours, who just completed 2 years, the speechcraft and a YLP was something which we could not even think of. But you know, thankfully, we have members like Toastmaster Viqaruddin, who is an international member, who is always there in all Toastmasters Club meetings. He's there in US, he's there in Saudi Arabia, he's there all over. Yeah. So he's taken an initiative along with our new member, Toastmaster Tawfiq. Are you there? Toastmaster Tawfiq, yes. Toastmaster Tawfiq and Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin have taken an initiative together that they want to have a youth leadership program coming up starting from 10th of July. I believe that already people have registered for the same. How many numbers do we have right by now, Toastmaster Viqaruddin?
Yeah, so far, Mr. President, 12 participant has been registered.
Okay, she's just said the word across and we have 12 participants. As a club, we have not even decided to go forward now. But then since we have 12 people already there, I think we should be ready to go forward and do it. And anybody who's interested to go for this youth leadership program, and we would need able volunteers from this club to come forward and take up roles. If you have the time, this is going to be held on Saturdays, if I'm not mistaken, right? On Saturdays. Saturdays starting from 8. I told him that 8 is a little early for many of us because some of us are night hawks, including myself and Toastmaster Khalid. So we would want to have something a little later. But then he said probably he'll make it 9 to 10 and in the morning. So 9 to 10 in the morning, we probably have this meeting coming up. We have 12 registered. We have more to go. He's expecting at least 24 in this by youth leadership program. So Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club is for the first time going to have a youth leadership program happening from July onwards. And that's a wonderful thing. Let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin for coordinating for that. Right. So let me move into the reports of the officers. Can we start with the Sergeant-at-Arms Toastmaster Wasim Khalid?
Thank you, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Good evening once again. Mr. President, in last meeting, the digital certificates I already sent over to all the participants. Today's meeting, the meeting started right at 7:30. And links for past commentators, table topics and all are ready with me. I'll just share as I get the session over. That's all from my side.
All right, that's fine. So maybe you can, Toastmaster Wasim, you can share the link for the best, no, you don't need the best speaker because only one shares. You can probably share the voting for the table topic right now.
Yes.
You can split it into two and do it. Yeah. Right. Now, moving in with the secretary, can we have the minutes read, please? Minutes of the last meeting. Secretary Toastmaster Fathima Farzana.
Yes, Mr. President. Minutes of Bahrain IT Professional Toastmasters. BITP club members congregated on Monday, 31st May 2021 for meeting number 51 with the theme titled Select All, Shift and Delete. 14 attendees, including guests. Meeting started exactly at 7:30 p.m. Members with meeting roles were introduced. Toastmaster of the day, TM Mohamed Niroz, General Evaluator, TM Gangadhar Rao, Grammarian, TM Mohammed Al-Sai, Our Counter, TM Mohamed Niroz, Timer, TM Wasim, Table Topic Master, TM Amit Singh. Business session was led by the President, TM Santosh Abraham, and the respective officers gave their reports. Prepared speeches were presented by speaker TM Muhammad Al-Balushi, titled Never Walk Alone. The second speaker, TM Kajal Ketan, titled Choices. Table topic session was conducted by TM Amit Singh, and 5 speakers commented on topics including guests. Evaluations were presented by TM Hitesh Agarwal and TM Santosh Abraham. General Evaluator raised the following general improvement points, part of his report. PPPR, socializing very well, amazing speech by the President and confirming the agenda. TMOD explained the meeting format for the benefit of guests. That was a great way to start a meeting and introduce the role players very well. Connected to audience with the right topic of positive and negative. That was great by TMOD. Sergeant-at-Arms started the meeting on time. Table topic master did such an amazing session, explained the purpose of Toastmasters. Running such a thoughtful session, and at the end, he connected the theme to the table topic. It was a great session. Only one point highlighted by the general evaluator that he noticed that the agenda. Physical meeting, we print the agenda and keep on table, but virtually the table is the chat. When meeting starts, push the agenda to the chat box. There should be an ownership for agenda. Changes came from different ways, and Toastmasters agenda's ownership stays with VPE. Whatever changes comes, it comes to the VPE, and there will be better control in that. Great speeches, mix of people from different countries. Finally, the club awards were presented. For Best Speaker, TM Kajal Ketan. Best Table Topic Speaker, TM Viqaruddin. Best Assignee, TM Mohamed Al-Sai. Best Evaluator, TM Hitesh Agarwal. Best Role Player, TM Amit Singh. Meeting adjourned at 9:40 p.m. Next meeting will be on 31st May 2021, that is today. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you so much, dear Secretary. That was a very descriptive reading of the minutes, and people who missed last meeting probably have got almost insight of everything. And with that, if there is any no additions, modifications, or deletions for the meeting, can somebody propose to accept the minutes?
And TM Mohammed Niroz, I propose.
Okay, we have Toastmaster Niroz proposing it. Can somebody second it? I think Amit Singh has seconded it. So we have Toastmaster Niroz proposing to accept the agenda. Accept the minutes, and Toastmaster Amit confirming it, seconding it. So we move forward. The links for the best table topic commentator has already been sent by the Sergeant at Arms. You may vote for it as we move forward. Now, with that, I would like to have thank you so much, Secretary. We'd like to have the report from the Treasurer. Is all in order? Can you give me a brief report, please? Toastmaster Niroz.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, from my side, we have got 3 members joined the club, new members, and 2, I believe, 2 members, they renewed their membership. So almost 5. So because of that reason, we were able to achieve the awards. That's it from my side. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Niroz. Now, I would like to ask the VP Public Relations, Toastmaster Viqaruddin, if there is something from your side to share.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. As already we know, last month was DTAC, and club got lots of reward and awards from the district, which we have achieved. I will take these slides very fast way, since we don't have enough time. So I will share the Club Grow Director Awards. During DTAC, we got the first one is our Division C is our member, but he is also get appreciation over there, and he got something very good for the Division C.
Proactive Division Award. Okay.
Yes, Proactive Division Award for DTM Khalid Jalal.
Good, wonderful.
And CGT C5 lead, and by September, BITP got 1 ribbon from during DTAC. So we maintain renewal of 20 members.
All right. Okay.
And one more award we got from the Smedley, which we add 5 new and 12 member as per the date which set by the CGT. So we got one.
So we got lead and win and Smedley Award as far as membership is concerned, right?
Yes, correct.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Round of applause to everybody who's participated on that.
And CGD M3 Speechcraft to Charter Award we got for Toastmaster Ahmed Balochi, which we...
Our Vice President Dedication. Yeah, big round of applause. He was coordinator for Speechcraft for the Bahrain Education Toastmasters Club.
And again, CGD, he got 1 Mentor Excellence Award all the time. He is all over the Bahrain.
Wonderful.
So he got a registered club members for a new club to becoming a member. And he got lots of our lots of award he received from the CGD. And hope next year he is CGD. So maybe from our side, someone will receive again this reward for the next term, hope I so. And from the Program Quality Director Award also we received. And the Triple Crown, as per the criteria, continuously those who have done the continuously 3 projects, so they got a Triple Crown Award. I has myself and DTM Khalid has finished.
Good.
And we got super COT, that is club officer training.
Just for the benefit of everybody, Triple Crown is basically doing 3 levels in 1 term, 1 complete year. So they have got this because they completed all the 3 levels in 1 day. They are swift and fast and accelerated Toastmasters. So that's why they got this award. Yeah, proceed.
And one more also, we got pathway enrollment as our club. Those who are new member already they enroll as a pathway. So we got that pathways enrollment award. Those who have not registered, so they can register in the later stage.
Great.
And we got 1 DCP Silver Award that is come under the club. And one more also, our DTM Khalid Jalal got Parliamentary Procedure and Best Practices Award during the DTAC. So all hero from our club is DTM Khalid Jalal.
Okay,
And
one correction, in the District 20, Triple Crown is for those who complete 4 levels in one term. Sorry, it's 4 levels in one term. All right.
okay, and DTM Khaled. So with this, our slogan from the whole year with even greater enthusiasm from our president. So next year we will see another slogan, and this slogan we achieve a lot. Thank you so much, Mr. President. Along with this one, I would like to encourage from our members, those who would like to take benefit for YLP, which is Youth Leadership Program. The children age from 12 to 18 in between. This is a free program. Only few administrative charges is there. So let those who want to become a effective communicator from their childhood, let them register on this one. So I encourage every one of you, you can pass this message to everyone. Even I already posted the link over here in our chat box. So you can pass this message to all of them. So it will be giving you value added. Apart from this one, there is a talk is happening. We want to form a speechcraft program for only exclusively ladies, which is only for women. This is happening. So once we get enough member, we are going to be start along with the YLP. So far officially as presidents announced, so YLP program will be start by 10th of July. So I encourage everyone to be participate to their children to facilitate on this one. So I need
Master Viqaruddin, even if you don't get coordinators from our club for while youth leadership program, for the ladies only program, you can be rest assured that there will be a big attendance.
okay, and that's it from my side. And I want from our club to be a part of coordinator team. This one, you know, I done my project because you need that one. So we need a group to come forward to make participation, make yourself to be in the public. This is public platform. There you are learning as we have a supportive environment. And I encourage everyone to join the team of the coordinator for YLP as well as for the ladies. But ladies only, we have only one. Fathima already will be the event chair if we get everything. Thank you, Mr. President, and back to you. End of this report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viqaruddin. So we have a youth leadership program already chartered and the ladies only coming up. For the ladies only, we have one lady. We will need to have more ladies, of course. We have another lady already here, but then she's could not be active at this point of time due to some other personal matters. We will need to bring in a few more ladies. A lot of IT professionals who are ladies too can come in for the club. Fine. So moving forward, can we have the report from the VP membership is not around? Can we have the VP Education report, please? Toastmaster Ahmed.
Yes. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, the guests. Good evening again. Thank you very much, Mr. President. As you know that we achieved our goals for this year, or this term, I mean, and we got the last point, DCP point, the DCP on the last completion of level 2 that we have got it maybe in the last meeting, plus the membership completion as well. So we are good. For the members, of course, the term is finishing, so we are preparing to hand over to Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin to complete the journey, and I'm sure he will do an excellent job because he did an excellent job everywhere, and he will do another excellent job in the new position. I want to add on the award that Toastmaster Viqaruddin he mentioned in his presentation, that we participated in the DTAC as I was a head of IT. Viqaruddin, he was one of the resources in the IT team. Also, Toastmaster Wasim, he was there with us as a resource as a timer. So we were participating in DTAC heavily, and it was an amazing event. Everybody was saying that IT team, they have done a great job actually. And this is because we are IT, so we are professionals. Yeah. Alhamdulillah, I hope that this year ended perfectly for everyone. I'm hoping that the next year with the new newcomers that they came to our club, they will enjoy the programs. that we will set it for them. And I encourage the old and the new members, please plan your educational path from now. I am here to help you because I'll be the president. Toastmaster Viqaruddin, he's there always to help you. Plan your pathways from now. Trust me, I am now in my path to get on my journey to get my DTM, just to be a distinguished Toastmaster. This is not an easy journey, but believe me, when you are committed and disciplined to what you are doing, then you will reach that stage. And by that, thank you very much, and back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmed, Vice President Education. Thank you so much. As he mentioned, let's do what we are doing to the best of our capabilities forward to. And Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin has mentioned that we have the YLP done. If you have your kids or your relatives or anybody who would like to join, or friends, kids who would like to join, you can contact Toastmaster Mohammed Viqaruddin for the Youth Leadership Program. Anybody who's interested to take a small session in the Youth Leadership Program, if it could be a one-day, half-day, let us know so that we could also put you as one of the coordinators for the program. Now, moving ahead, I will also want everybody, new and old Toastmasters, if you could share a small script, at least a small article, anything related to IT, anything related to public speaking in our news magazine. Do you know what is the name of the news magazine? We have released already the first copy of it, first issue of it in the 50th meeting. It's called Bits and Boats. The magazine for our BITP Toastmasters Club is called Bits and Boats. We are looking for the second issue of the magazine to come up. So the old and the new Toastmasters, all of them can come up with an article. It could be related to your IT-related workspace. It could be related to public speaking, related to anything in life. So it's an open sphere. So you can come along with that. And thank you so much. With that, I conclude the business session and say, if there is nothing else to be discussed, let's move forward. And Toastmaster of the day, the control is back to you.
Yeah, before giving to Toastmaster of the day, and I put the chat, the YLP registration link, as well as our magazine already we posted. And most important, we have very talented incoming VPPR, Mr. Tawfiq. He is a good innovative designer and effective
Toastmaster Mohammed and Ahmed, we cannot declare the next committee members yet. So that is why I've reserved the names, because the Election Commission has not given us the permission yet. So else I would have really opened up. So let's hold on the names till they approve it.
Okay, now I posted the newsletter, so anyone can see online. Our newsletter is available for you. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, back to you, Toastmaster Day, Toastmaster Amit.
Thank you, Mr. President, Toastmaster Santosh Abraham. Now, with the end of business session, we have now moved to evaluation session. I would request our general evaluator, Toastmaster Mohammed to take control and give the insight of his finding about the meeting and educational session. The floor is yours, Toastmaster Mohammed.
Thank you. Thank you. First, I would like to call on the get the timer report from Toastmaster Ahmed Raziq.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed. Actually, for table topic, we have Mr. Khalid Jalal. He already did 2 minutes and 18 seconds. And Ali actually did 2 minutes, 30 seconds. And Mr. Tawfiq is 1 minute, 56 seconds. And Toastmaster Anis is 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And Toastmaster Riaz, 1 minute, 30 seconds. Back to you, Toastmaster Mohammed.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmed. Now I would like to get a report from the individual evaluators.
Toastmaster Mohamed Niroz.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Very good evening once again to all fellow Toastmasters and guests. The evaluation report for TM Viqaruddin is as follows. It was a great speech, and it was not what just said. You have proved yourself always supporting the BIP Toastmasters Club with flying colors, and your achievements were amazing. Therefore, no more explanation is required to elaborate about your engagement, support, and efforts towards the club. I would say you are an asset to our club as well as to other clubs as well. Moving forward, what I most enjoyed in TM Viqaruddin's speech today are the following. Number one, the clarity of the speech was excellent. In other words, the language spoken during the speech was clear and there is no doubt about it. Point number two is vocal variety. The mixture of tones and speed were well managed during the speech. Eye contact, point number three, he had efficiently used eye contact to engage the audience. Gestures, he used physical gestures effectively. He pointed and swung his hands openly with great control. With the comfort level, he appeared to be very comfortable and he was enjoying in front of the audience while he's giving his speech. Although there are a few points I consider that TM Viqaruddin have to focus on and moving forward. According to the speech criteria and objectives, I found a few objectives were not covered well. TM Viqaruddin, you could have mentioned the point number one, what skill sets are most important and how did you use them when you were leading the club being a VPPR? Given with few examples, you mentioned few examples, but some more examples you would have given. And point number two, why is it so important to recognize and reward your volunteers? How did you reward them? That was missing. Point number three, what efforts you have put in to build a strong environment of mutual respect with other members. And how did you accomplish those? That was also missing. Point number four, how did you manage to show your integrity, competency, leadership, and actions toward your members that they were able to learn from you? I believe if you would have added those points, it could have been a great speech for all of us here to learn from your experience. However, in general, you were able to deliver the speech with an excellent mindset. Again, in general, you were able to deliver the speech with an excellent mindset. Well done, TM Viqaruddin. Wish you good luck in your future speech and projects. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed Niroz. I would call for the grammarian report, Toastmaster Shakil Sheikh, please. Toastmaster Shakil. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed Al Said. And here is my those who use the word of the day. It was used by Alia, and I would say, I would appreciate Anis Rahman for using it 3 times in his short speech of 2 minutes. Toastmaster Amit used it 2 times. Toastmaster Mohammed Niroz used it 2 times in his evaluation speech. Then on the improper use of improper grammatical use and suggestions for improvement, I noticed Toastmaster Riaz used frequently, so that is, I think, need to be improved. And on the quotes, thoughts, and words, Toastmaster Viqaruddin started his speech with a very good quote from Sundar Pichai. That was very commanding. It's a good thing. And that's about it. Thank you, Toastmaster Mohamed. Say back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shakil Sheikh. Now I will like to ask for the counter report by Toastmaster Yunus Abdullah.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator Mohammed Sai. My report is like this. Most of people are using the word and which are or these sounds. So, for example, Ahmed Rizq used it 2 times, Amit 3 times, our General Evaluator 5 times, Tawfiq is 1 time, Riyaz is 1 time also, Mohammed Viqaruddin 1 time, Shakil is a 3 time. Then we have our Toastmaster Riyadh use a lot of I think you should work on that one 8 times. This is my report. Back to you, the General Evaluator Mohammed Sai. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yunus Abdullah. I think everybody did very well, and I would like to give a clap for everyone. Great job. I only have one comment is time. I think we can improve much better on time. Especially, I know I see in the chat there are a few people I think who left because maybe they couldn't stay for the extra time. I know I have a lot of tight things sometimes, and I've noticed that from a few of our meetings we extend. So sometimes for people who are taking a role in taking a role in the meeting, they might have other plans, and sometimes when it exceeds, they are also they would have to delay and reschedule some of their other meetings. But overall, amazing job, everyone. And again, I would like to clap for everyone, and great job. Thank you. And I will call up to Toastmaster Ahmed. Please, mic is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed Al-Sai. That was a brief but a valuable evaluation you did for the complete meeting. I thought my meeting is because I'm Toastmaster of the day, so I'm carrying over all the business session and thing. The insight you have given, the suggestion you have given, definitely we will consider in our next meeting. Thank you for your valuable suggestion. And with this evaluation, we come to end the educational session. Before passing on the baton to Mr. President to conclude the meeting, I must tell you that I have this role for the very first time. And with great pleasure, I am taking back the great learnings. I will try to improve and will take up this role in time to come. Thank you very much for all your support. Over to you, Mr. President. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's give another round of applause to the captain, Toastmaster Amit Singh.
Thank you very much.
You didn't feel that you were doing it for the first time. And yes, Toastmaster Mohammed Al-Sai was also doing this general evaluation for the first time. Usually we get somebody from outside, but we wanted our club members also to come up. Very well done, Toastmaster Mohammed Al-Sai. But just to give you a brief about it, you can give your own suggestion and your own idea and your own opinion about how the whole meeting works across. That's what the general evaluator, another part of the thing is right from the president's speech to every aspect of the meeting, you can comment if you would like to. You have the option for that. So that's how it is. Their journey with 1,000 miles always starts with a single step, and you've done that step wonderfully well. And yes, today we are in time, frankly. Our meetings are from 7:30 to 9:30. But like you always said, we do exceed at times, but today we are not on time. We're not exceeding. We would be concluding in time today. And now, before we go forward with the results, I would like to hear from our Toastmaster, Zaki, who was all the way from Cairo Toastmasters. He's probably the only person who has not spoken all through the meeting except for his introduction. I would really like to have your feedback. You're from one of the largest clubs in Egypt. And please do, it'll be valuable if you can have your feedback today. So.
Thank you. Thank you so much, President Santosh, for inviting me. Although I've been less than 2 years old here with Toastmasters, I won 22 awards, wow. 18 of which were during this COVID time in table topics. And it was the first time table topic Master Fathima really scared the hell out of me, because she was using pictures. I've never seen anything that has pictures. And as they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Yeah. I really owe my winning to a book I've been trying to write for the past 40 years. It's Story of My Wife, because I owe her my life. And I would love to share it with you. And I've been teaching and practicing effective communication, and I have a lot that I would love to share as a workshop with you guys. I got kicked out of many universities. All I was interested in when I was young was sports and girls, and not necessarily in that order. I had most of the track and field records, 100, 200, 400, 800, but I discovered to tell jokes, I would attract more girls. And that's in the story of my wife. I'd love to share it with you. I'm also 70-17, and I'm going through a life-changing experience that's related to your mindset and I'm possible. And that's Arfin Khan. I've joined his program on coaching, Coach to a Fortune, and it's a life changer. I'm starting to learn at the age of 77. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Zaki. You are a book very less read and predicted, but much more written. We would like to have you as one of the keynote speakers in one of the meetings ahead, and like to hear from you indeed. All your tips and tricks for gaining up the ladies, no, that's one part of it. But your wonderful wisdom that you have filled up with the way that you are portrayed across, we would like to have you as one of the speakers in the days ahead. We'll be contacting you. Please do leave your numbers across with us in the chat.
Yes.
We would get in touch with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And Alia Atia, you were one of these speakers, but would you like to have, I would like to have your feedback also of how you found the meeting. Toastmaster Alia?
Yes, thank you all so much for having us tonight. It was great to join you guys in Bahrain, and it's great how the virtual platform connects countries together. And I'm sure Mr. Galal and myself enjoyed tonight's meeting. Overall, I feel it was pretty organized. Everyone had their roles ready and knew what they were doing, even those who performed their roles for the first time. I know it might be a bit difficult, but you managed to overcome your fears and sort of let it out and express yourselves. So well done on that. And we look forward to having you all with us in our future Cairo Toastmasters meetings. Greetings.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Thank you so much for being with us today. And indeed, Alia and Toastmaster Alia and Toastmaster Galal, you were both absolutely beautiful people who really colored our meeting today. Thanks for being with us, and you're welcome. You don't need a special invitation for us to come across. You can welcome. We meet on the 2nd and 4th Mondays of every month. And we have a beautiful bunch of IT professionals. Are you anyway connected to IT, any of you? Toastmaster Galal and Toastmaster Alia, are you from a IT background by any chance?
No, but I have very dear friends a long time ago, Khamis Al-Muqla and Abdel Nabi Shu'ala. I got them to a huge international conference on advertising, and they're very close. I was hoping to see them today, but it's great.
You
Thank
keep
you.
coming. They will come in one of these meetings. Don't worry about that.
Great.
We're going to
Great.
have the whole nation of Bahrain coming in. If they are IT professionals, yes. And later on, there will be even people standing in the queue saying that I know MS Office. Can I join you? Yes, IPP, you said something. Sorry.
Yeah, our guest, Toastmaster, he mentioned a name, Abdul Nabi Shala. He is one of the previous Minister of Labor in Bahrain.
I know, Minister of Labor, yes.
Yes, yes.
We love to have them in our meeting, but if you can invite them.
Yes, we can invite him. Toastmaster Abdul Nabi Shala, we'd like to invite him. Do you know him personally, Toastmaster Gala?
Yes, and mostly more Khamis al-Muqla, they were partners. And Khamis al-Muqla was head of the International Advertising Association chapter in Bahrain. And he's great. You know, we went to Australia, yes. No, not Australia, Holland. And there was a red light district there in Holland. And, you know, all the men would be standing in front of those glass panes. So I made a joke when I met with Khamis. I said, I saw all the women standing in front of it. And I said, who's inside? And I looked and I found Khamis al-Muqla. And he loved that story. I was joking.
But Abdullah Mishawala, just like our IPP had mentioned, is our ex-Ministry of Labor Minister. And we would definitely love to have him in the meeting. And
I had him as a speaker.
Yeah,
I had him as a speaker in, it was called At Vista Arabia, the first international conference on advertising, but this was in 1987. And he came as a speaker.
Time back.
Very long,
if you would like to come in as a speaker in these days, it will be great. We would love to have him here in BITP. And we will stay in touch with you and we will try to get it because we don't know Toastmaster Mr. Abdullah Mishawala personally. He's a good speaker, I know that.
Right, sure. I left my numbers there. And if you'll allow me, I'll put some of the television ads that I come out with and the song I did for my wife. That's part of story of my life.
Sure. Do that, please. And VPPR, would you take a note of that, please? Whatever is posting there, so you can post it across to our group so that everybody can see it.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you so much for that. And I think, thank you again, and a big round of applause to every guest who's come in for the meeting today. We want to conclude in time. We just got one more minute left rather. So with that, I would like to have the results out. If Toastmaster Wazim, do you have all the votes already? I believe all of you have voted for your opinion polls have been put across in the chat box here by the Sergeant at Arms. If you're not voted, please vote so that we can release the best table topic master and the assignee and conclude the meeting.
The President, so far in best role players poll, only 3 people participated. Please request all to participate so that we can.
Yeah, there is a role players. Can you post that link again in case?
Yeah, again, I reposted.
Yeah, can you please vote for guests as well can vote for the best role player. If you can vote, we can just conclude it right away.
And meanwhile, everyone can switch on their camera. So we will take one picture. So we will remember 52nd meeting for Bahrain IT Professional. Yunus Abdullah.
Who can switch on the cameras, please do. Yunus, yes.
Let's have a smile because all looking serious faces.
I can't, Toastmaster Viqaruddin, I can't hold my breath so long. So do it fast, please.
Thank you so much, dear. Now, this is the best picture of the meeting and so far. And everyone you can see on the group, all smiles. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Viqaruddin. Thank you.
Thank you. So I just want to remind you one more time, if you could take your time to write the articles for the bits and boats and give it to our VPPR or myself. We would like to have the next issue coming up when the new committee takes over, that is during July. So if you'd like to July, the first month when the new committee comes over, we would like to have the articles. So please do prepare your articles and get it across. As we welcome the new committee on board and during July, and we'll be releasing the names of the new committee shortly in next few days, even before the next meeting. We'll be sharing that in our group. And we will be welcoming the new committee by a bits and boards issue. At the same time, the current ExCom will work together to welcome the new committee on board. While we welcome the new committee, we'll have the articles also shared. So you can have your articles also shared with the PPPR if possible. So do we have the votes yet, Toastmaster? Azim? All right, here we go. Again, I tell you, everybody who's stood up and said few words today is a winner today. Anybody who has participated in a role is a winner. Anybody who has taken up an assignment is a winner. Now, this is just an opinion poll. Opinion poll says I can vote for just anybody. It is not a judging criteria. It is not a technical evaluation, nothing of that sort. It's just an evaluation. So if you're not being voted, doesn't mean that you're not good. It just means that, you know, somebody just wants to encourage, the motivation went to somebody else, that's all. So the best table topic commentator for the day, it will be DTM Khalid Jalal. Khalid, you're taking a lot of awards today. You will have to probably change your residence to accommodate all of them.
I'm sure somebody was not listening to me very carefully, otherwise I would not be winning this award. But thank you very much for not carefully listening to me.
Next is the best assignee of the evening. The nominations are, yes, our grammarian, our new Toastmaster, Shakil Sheikh. Best role player for the evening will be our ever-smiling, gracious table topic mistress. Can I call it that way? Table topic master, or rather, Madam Table Topic Master, Toastmaster, Fathima Farzana. And I should say, Toastmaster of the day, you've done a wonderful job today as they first start again. You'll be doing it again, even with greater enthusiasm. Just like our term goes with even greater enthusiasm, we have lived our team for the year with even greater enthusiasm, getting our best in everything that we did. Let's continue doing that forward in everything that we do. And even as we pass the baton across to the new committee, let us make sure that the third year again will be even better. So with that, if there's anything else, is there anything else to be shared? We will conclude this, adjourn the meeting and move forward so that we know for sure that we are concluding in time. So everybody will come in time tomorrow. Right. Thank you so much for joining again. Have a wonderful evening. With that, the 52nd meeting of the Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmasters Club is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very much.
It was indeed a good session with all you guys.
Yeah, same here. Hope all of you enjoyed it. Take care.
Thank you. Stay safe. Bye-bye.